What's up, guys? Dave from betsum.com. I'm going to go over my daily fantasy lineups for tonight, as well as a few bets that I like for the NBA, January 8th, 2016. So I had a profitable night last night in daily fantasy. Min cashed most of my lineups, but my guards kind of let me down for the most part, and I wasn't able to make any big scores, but not a bad night overall. So we'll start tonight with Damian Lillard at 8,400. I love this play tonight. He's playing at home versus the Warriors in what should be a fast-paced game. It's a high point total game, highest point total of the night. And for the fifth most expensive guard, I think he's got the highest ceiling tonight because of that. And he may even be slightly less owned than he deserves to be, as his DraftKings opponent ranking is pretty average, so it's not in the green. So less people might pick him than he deserves, pretty much. But I also like Cameron Payne as a sneak pick at 3,300. His minutes in production just keep increasing little by little, so his floor is getting a little bit higher. He's got a great matchup at the Lakers, who played a long, draining game last night where they almost came back and beat the Kings. And he may get even more minutes than the minutes he's been getting if OKC gets up big on LA, like I think they should. He may see some big fourth quarter minutes, and he gets pretty good production when he's in. So I think that's a pretty good value play tonight, as well as Devin Booker at 4,700 at shooting guard. He's had over 30 minutes 4 of the last 5 games and scored 35 plus fantasy points in 2 of the last 3 games. I see this trend continuing over the next 5 games. As far as tonight, he does have a tough matchup versus the Miami Heat, but as he's getting more minutes and more production, I'm just going to roll with him at that good price and see what he can do and be able to spend elsewhere. So I think he's a good value play if you're looking for a cheap shooting guard tonight. At small forward, Paul George is just a slam dunk to me tonight. I love spending on him in general, but tonight he is the third most expensive small forward, but's got the best matchup versus the Pelicans in a high-scoring game, second highest point total of the night. And he might also be slightly less owned than the other studs up top due to that average OPRK that DraftKings has given him tonight. So he might be a good play for all of those reasons. Tony Allen is a value play at 3,800. He's averaging over 30 minutes and 25 fantasy points over the last 4 games, and it seems as though he's starting to find his groove and a larger role on that offense. He's got a decent matchup at home versus Denver tonight, so I think he's a pretty solid value play for those reasons. I'll definitely have him in a few lineups, but I won't, certainly won't put him in a bunch of them. I like Chris Bosh at power forward. He's been doing great for me all year, really. He's a pretty consistent player. And he will likely be overlooked tonight. He also has a pretty average OPRK from DraftKings, and Anthony Davis and Draymond Green are right above him. So he should be pretty overlooked just for those reasons, basically. He doesn't have a sexy green OPRK, and he's got the 2 biggest power forward hot plays right above him. So I think he'll be less owned, but he's going to get you your 45 that you need. The Suns' defense actually is very poor, and their rebounding's weak as well. So it's actually a pretty great matchup for him, although his DraftKings matchup isn't that great. I like Brook Lopez a lot at center tonight. He's the most expensive center, but I'm going to have a couple value plays so I can afford some expensive players tonight, and he's one of them. And he's just been a beast lately, and he shoots the ball a ton right now. So look for him to keep doing that. Look for another easy double-double and another huge game from Lopez tonight. Enes Kanter at 4,700 is another center value play that I like. OKC is going against the Lakers, and as I mentioned before, OKC could get up pretty big here, and some of these players could get a lot more minutes than they're used to. And Kanter's usually getting about 22 minutes right now, and he does average over a point a minute. I think about 25 points per 20 minutes. So He's actually got a pretty good point per minute ratio, and he averages 22 already. I think he gets more tonight and has a pretty decent game. Could have a pretty huge game too, but he's only 4,700, so it's a decent gamble. So that does it for daily fantasy. We'll check a couple of the picks that I like tonight. Pacers at Pelicans. I like New Orleans +2. This line should be a little higher. The money is heavy on the Pacers for obvious reasons. They're just the better team. But I think it's a good spot to fade the public. I've been fading them on Pelicans home games a lot this year to success. It's been one of my more consistent successful bets is the Pelicans small home dogs this year, and it's the same trend here. They're just a good home team, and the Pacers are really bad away this year. So we should see that trend continue, and Pelicans should win this game. The Heat at the Suns. I like the Suns +5. Although the Suns have a pretty bad record, they're actually surprisingly tough at home and versus some good teams. They happen to match up pretty well versus the Heat, and this line is +5, and that indicates that, especially with Eric Bledsoe still being out. So because of those reasons, I just think that the Suns are going to win this one outright, and again, public pretty heavy on Miami here, so that's always good as well. So join us tomorrow on betsum.com for some more NBA plays, daily fantasy and sports bets, and until then, win some money and good luck.